What's up, everyone? What I want to do right now is do a little review slash synopsis of WWE 2K15 for the PlayStation 4. Now, over the weekend, I just 100%ed and Platinum Trophied this game, and it's not a bad game. It's definitely a lot better than the critical professional reviews are letting on, but it's not perfect. Don't get me wrong. Controls are a little slippery at times. I found myself a lot of the times having to press buttons more than once in order for a grapple to work or come across. Especially for the grounded grapples, you would press the button, your character could walk to where they needed to be, and then just stand there, and you would have to like press it again for it to like trigger. I know that's definitely like a glitch or programming error, sloppy controls. The other issue is playing online definitely has a fucking input lag to the max because in order to stop a pin, you have to like let go of the X button right in the beginning. So pretty much the meter stops where you want it to. There's not a one-to-one input online, so I found myself early on losing a whole lot of matches. Eventually, I did get the trophy for the 50 online wins, but that didn't come with a lot of losses. Don't get me wrong. I'm far from undefeated online. I have almost as many losses as I do wins. But it's whatever. Personally, I've always been more a fan of the arcadey WWE games, like the No Mercies, the SmackDown Shut Your Mouth, SmackDown Here Comes the Pain. I have all of the WWE series going back to Warzone on the PS1. And one element I miss are the backstage fights. I'll never forget in Here Comes the Pain, you could go to Times Square, get on a fucking moving helicopter, do diving attacks off the helicopter, or climb the Titantron and have just fun. I understand they're trying to make more of a realistic wrestling simulator, but 2K, Ukes, who else is on this? Visual Concepts, Havoc. If you want your consumer to really love your game, make it fun, add depth to it. Like, yeah, you have showcase mode, you have universe mode, and you have my career, but those are all just really generic when it comes to it. Showcase is probably the best thing you got going for you. Um, WWE Universe mode is a lot of what like the old SmackDown 2 season mode reminded me of, aside from the fact that you choose your character in SmackDown 2. In Universe, you just go in and choose who you want to fight as. Which Universe mode, let me tell you about Universe mode for a second. I had a lot of glitches in Universe mode. Like, one of my rivalries, it was set up as Brock Lesnar versus John Cena, and I guess the computer booked Daniel Bryan versus John Cena, but I think it should have booked Daniel Bryan versus Brock Lesnar, because what had happened was in the beginning of the match, Cena comes out, does his entrance, but then there's a cutscene that plays of Cena back on the ramp, staring in the ring at John Cena, and then the match starts. Cena gets out of the ring and just fucking disappears. Like, I tried chasing him down, he just kind of falls into the abyss the moment he comes out of the ring. And the match would never do anything. The ref wouldn't start a count out. Another issue I had like that was similar, but it was with Dolph Ziggler, where I was supposed to be facing Ziggler in a match, and then another Ziggler comes out, does commentary, but the match starts. You could choose to play a Ziggler, or you're just sitting at the announcer's table in a chair. The other person, your opponent, can sit there and try to attack you. Nothing happens. I was hoping he would attack me and it would like kick me out of the chair and I could start fighting. Didn't happen. But also a lot of modes are missing. I noticed handicap matches weren't in here. But yet in universe mode or my career also, they throw you in a whole lot of shit ton of fucking handicap matches. So it's there somewhere. Someone just didn't, I guess, add it to the menu. Like, good job, guys. The graphics, though, the graphics are absolutely beautiful. The people look as better as they did. As better? People look as good as they did last year, if not better. More better because next gen version. It says improved gameplay right on the back. I felt the gameplay was a downgrade. I miss when in SmackDown vs. Raws and the late regular SmackDowns, you had the 4 different grapples, front grapples you could do, and then from there you had 4 separate moves on top of there, and it added more depth. It added more variety to a match because it was easier to do. not easier to do. It gave you more of a selection of things to do. And that was on PS2. What I don't understand, I know probably graphic models take up a lot of space, but you're on a Blu-ray disc. This is a fucking probably dual layer Blu-ray. So that gives you 50 gigs of data. And at the same time, there's a lot of features missing. Why? I don't know, but if you have that much space, you should be able to give the fans everything they want. I know you have a year development time, but you guys used to be able to bang out the games in a year. It's a letdown. It is. The creation suite's like more of the same, except they took out your ability to have custom music for your superstars, which I'm a little upset about because I like customization. Like, you're always bragging about this creation suite, but when you can't have custom music, which you've had in every game before, on the PS3 and all that, the Xbox 360, it's a little bit of a letdown. You're taking away what the fans are used to. Showcase mode is probably the best thing they had going for them because it's hard to fuck up what already happened. They didn't have to create a story. They just followed a story. So that works for them. Let's see. I mentioned online was a little laggy. Overall, don't get me wrong, I'm bashing this game a little bit, but I did sit and 100% and Platinum Trophy this game, so I had to have liked it a little bit for the fact that I'm still here and I didn't go crazy off of it, even though it took me almost a fucking month to do. That's what I'm saying. This game was a lot longer to get to the fucking trophies than it was in 2K14. I Platinum 2K14 too in 4 days. This took me about 3 fucking weeks. For example, they added longevity to everything. The gold trophy last year for online wins was 10 online wins ranked. This year it's 50 ranked online. Like, okay, 2K, I understand you want your consumer to keep playing your game, to play through all the modes, to have fun with it. But when you don't make a game that's as in-depth as it should be, playing through all your modes gets annoying real quick, let me tell you. But I did it. Like, I don't have a moment. I shouldn't be, like, saying how bad it is if I sat and did it, because I was in my own free will of saying, fuck this, I'm going to go do something else. But, you know, it's overall a fun game, don't get me wrong. It's just when you're used to playing all the other ones in the series, you have certain standards, and when those standards aren't met, it adds to, like, a letdown. But like I said, don't get me wrong, it's fun. You gotta get used to the controls, you gotta get used to timing of everything. I guess that's why they keep trying to make it more realistic and more realistic. But in my opinion, for a game, the best games are the ones that aren't realistic. Look at the Castlevania series, for example, the Metal Gear Solid series, which, you know, could be a little realistic. A lot of RPGs, a lot of them are far from realistic, and they're some of the best fucking games ever made. Like, yeah, I understand it's a sports game. It plays a lot like 2K's other games, control-wise. It feels like the NBA 2K series. Just feels like you've been there before. WWE 2K15, I would give a 7.5 to 8 out of 10, depending. I know they just released a patch yesterday. I haven't played yet with the patch. I don't plan on going back to this game until some of the downloadable showcase modes are released. Because, quite frankly, I don't have a reason to. I 100%ed what was given to me. Hopefully, from what I understand, the patch did improve gameplay elements, did improve balancing, so hopefully that works. If you're a wrestling fan, you're probably going to pick this up if you have the money. If you're a regular consumer, maybe you'll borrow it from a friend. Maybe you'll buy it used. I paid $100 for this game, only because I bought the season pass and you add taxes to it. The sad part is I bought the season pass for all the games in the past, and I've never really gone into it. But you know, I would definitely say pick this up. Like I said, 7.5 to 8 out of 10. Till next time. See